was the third one? Maybe watermelon. I can't remember. I was actually gonna wait because I wanted to get more this week games, but I don't know if I'm gonna get out to Massapequa this week or not. So I'm just gonna do the 4 games here. It's technically 5 because it's 2 and 1, but they came today. But they are 5 GBA games. I'll start with this one, what you saw and what I've been playing. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. It's a cool little beat 'em up. Use Anakin or Obi-Wan. You're just pretty much playing through the movie. I'm in the beginning, the 2nd or the 3rd level. I've been using Obi-Wan, so it's cool. I've just been fighting the droids, either the regular battle droids or whatever, and then those other droids that were like gray and, you know, bigger, and they had like the gun on their hand. I forget what they're called. But you can use the Force. You can like pick up broken arms off the droids and throw them. You can do upward slash with your lightsaber, or you can, you know, regular attack, and attack from behind, depending how you hit on the D-pad. And you can block the blaster shots with your lightsaber too, and deflect and kill the enemies, which is kind of cool. It works well. It actually controls pretty well, actually. It's definitely been pretty fun so far, actually. I need to play more of it. I really want to. I feel like I've said this before about other systems. I definitely have. I feel like I want to go pretty strong with the GBA games, and mainly because I think I said it last night, or maybe in that anxiety video. Actually, I think it was last night, yeah. I was looking at, you know, GBA games. I'm always looking at GBA game lots on eBay. But it's so, like, if you find like a 10 game lot, it's so hard to find like more than like 5 games in a lot, 5, 6 games in a lot that you're gonna be into. And it gets even harder when, you know, if it's a 4 game lot, you know, there'll be like 2 you don't want, you know. And then I'd look for the game single, like Everything or Nothing, Stuntman, a few others, some of the Lord of the Rings games, stuff like that. And they're not even expensive. Like Everything or Nothing's like, you know, maybe $7, $8.99. But in the game trading post Massapequa, it's like $5. I'm like, wow, I saw a lot of the games the last week when we were in there, and I was like, shit, man, I gotta come back here with like $40, $50 and get like 6, 7 games here, because they have a lot of the ones I want, and they're like no more expensive than $8, so like $5 to $8. So I gotta go back there and see. But yeah, first one's this one. These are the 2 I got last week at the game trading post. Second one is Motocross Maniacs Advance. I only popped this in to test it, but I got this because I I still have the manual, actually. I think I might have showed it in that manual video. Loved Motocross Maniacs on the original Game Boy. It was one of my favorite Game Boy games. I loved it. It's just you know, it's like a motocross game, you know. In that one, you're going through loops and stuff and whatever, and you get little nitrous boosts and stuff like that. And it controlled really well. I only threw this one and tested it briefly, so I need to get into it. I know it reviewed fairly well. I guess the second one was on the Game Boy Color. But I was excited to get this. This game was $6, I believe, and this is like $11, $12, you know, with shipping on eBay. So it was only $6 there. You know, after tax, these 2 were like, I think it was $11.95. Unfortunately, this label's a little kind of busted up, but whatever. But even this one's like $8, $9, so this would have cost me, you know, closer to $20 with discs, so I want to take advantage of that for sure. Because GBA is one hell of a handheld. I had the original version on the SP back in the day, like when they came out. I think I got one maybe 01 or 02. I only had a few games. I didn't have it long. I think I paid $100 for it at the time. New. It was at Toys R Us. I got Castlevania Circle of the Moon and one of the Super Mario Advances. I want to say it was Super Mario World one. Kind of wish I kept the Circle of the Moon. It's expensive now, but it wasn't backlit the first GBA. The SP was, and then I had an SP later on. I had SP a few times over the years. I just get random games. I got one for like $30 back at Game Crazy when they were still open in 09. I've got 10 over the years at least. Maybe not 10, like 6 or 7 at garage sales over the years. Got one last year as well. And now they sell for like $70, $75. I got mine, the one I have now. The backlight's a little shittier at this point. But I got that in 2019, about 2 years ago. And that was 50. Or no, it was actually 45 because I got the Scoop game with it for the Game Boy Color, and that was 5. So, and now it's like $70. But yeah, I'm excited to play this one more. And these 3 came today. The first one is the 2-in-1. It's ScoobyDoo Mystery Mayhem and ScoobyDoo Cyberchase. The label is a little, like if you touch on it, it starts to pop up. It's not a big deal. Of course, I wasn't mentioned in the description, but whatever. It's in good shape other than that, though. They did have sticker residue on them, these two, but I kind of got them off. Same thing, I only popped this in to see if it plays. I played like 5 seconds of Mystery Mayhem. I was just trying to see how it plays, like, in regards to the console version, if they're similar, but these are side-scrollers. I think Cyberchase is too. But these were $14.95 after tax. Shipping was free. They were originally $14.99, but the person came at me with like a little sale or something. Flash sale, I think it said, because I couldn't counter with an offer, so it was a flash sale, it said in the description. Of $13.50, I was like, you know what, screw it, because it's a pretty good price even for the two of them at $14.99. This one was, I think Cyberchase is actually also on the PlayStation 1. Mystery Mayhem was one that came out on the newer, jeez. Came out on PS2, Cube, and Xbox. It's 2D, it looks pretty good for sure. Like I said, I like Scoop games in general. I probably shouldn't have sold the ones I had on the PS2, but maybe one day I'll pick them up again. Maybe I'll collect Scooby games. I have the one on Super Nintendo, I have the one on the Game Boy Color, and then I have another one here I'll show. So I got 3 for the Game Boy Advance. But yeah, Mystery Mayhem and Cyberchase. And the last one is ScoobyDoo Unmasked. This one looks good. It's got a nice 2D art style. I was playing it before I did the 2, I guess, the kind of tutorial missions. I don't know if you use Shag as well. In the Mystery Mayhem one, you hit select and you can use Scoop or Shaggy. In this one, I was only using Scoop. You can attack enemies with spin attack. He gets like costumes in this one. So I got a costume and I could punch through like a certain box. So I think that's kind of the hook of this one. I think that was on the consoles as well. So, and this has password system, so I had to write down the password. I think they were 2 tutorial missions though. But I think I'm going to play GBA games on my fiance's DS Lite because that backlight's a lot brighter than the one on the GBA's fine. It's like you can't see anything, but you can tell that backlight's starting to kind of lose its juice. So I might just use that for like the Game Boy Color or original Game Boy games. This one's pretty fun so far. This one's in good shape. sure. So I think that's 7 GBA games now I have. Well, one's my fiance's, but I did sell. I think I mentioned in my last. My last video game collection. I had Final Fantasy IV Advance, which is 2 here. I had an X-Men game, Reign of Apocalypse, and Defender of the Crown. I ended up selling those 3. I kind of regret selling the 2. I don't regret selling the Final Fantasy because I had it on the that little USB thing that was gifted to me. That you put in the PlayStation Mini, it has it on there. So I was like, well, I have no use for this now. I'll just play it on the big screen. I probably should have kept the other 2. But whatever, it's not a big deal. But that's 5 games with 1 2-pack. For the GBA, like I said, I want to kind of go pretty strong on this collection for sure. I want to kind of, get. So there's a lot of games I want that are not expensive. And even on eBay, they're not expensive, but they're even cheaper at the game store, which is cool. And I'm talking Stuntman, I said before. Some of the other Star Wars games, Star Wars Trilogy, Apprentice of the Force, Stuntman, the Prince of Persia game, Super Dodgeball, the Bond game, Everything and Nothing, maybe even Nightfire too, but that's a little more expensive. Some of the Lord of the Rings games, they have the 2 Towers, they have Return of the King, they have the Third Age as well, and I thought they had another one. The Third Age one might. The Third Age one on the GBA might actually be a strategy game. I think it's not. I don't think it's turn-based RPG. Unless there's a 4th one I'm missing. That's the turn-based strategy game. I don't know. And there's Fellowship of the Ring as well, and they made The Hobbit. So it's a few of the Jurassic Park games. Like there's a lot of like those kind of solid titles that are not expensive at all at the place. So, and they have more expensive games as well too. But I'd never go more than like $20-25. But yeah. So if I go this week or whenever, I'll do a pickup video on those ones as well. Probably at least 6 games. Might as well go nuts. And by nuts, I mean spend like $40 or $50. But yeah, some video game pickups. Thanks everybody for checking this out, and have a good day.